Hey fellow skeptics, what you're about to see later in this video will be content only appropriate for adult audiences due to language, potential depictions of violence. So, you've been warned. Alright, let the music play. Hey fellow skeptics, Lester the Skeptic Tank here. Just gonna see if I can set up something I just acquired from GOG. I alluded to it in a previous video. This video will likely be up first. I still have to stitch the other videos. So as you're seeing, I'm downloading one of the other games, but then this other game, here it is. This came in a bundled pack I purchased. So this is Rebel Assault Part 1, and I'm just gonna take a look and see if I will have the opportunity to. Okay. And it looks like it's registering things right, so I'm going to try that. And again, just one of the upsides of the GOG installation experience. Very simple, no frills. You just tell it where you want it installed. And as you're seeing here, I've got a series of parts. So you notice whenever you get a game, depending on how big it is, you'll get a package full of files you download. So again, I'm just amazed how they're able to do what they're able to do and provide you, again, an easy way to physically own a game you purchase. Now, I've read some things about Steam. I will look into that if I can do something of that nature. If so, cool. That's even better. I didn't know. But at least on the surface, GOG gives me that opportunity more immediately. So I'm going to try launching. Okay. Alright. See if it just crashed. Possibly. Yeah, it crashed. But let me see if I can do Rebel Assault. Okay, if I can do that. Okay, DOS box. Okay, alright. Oh, there it goes. Okay. So that shows that, okay. I would like to know how far I can go with that in my VirtualBox. There's no guarantee. So for those who are curious, I will likely do you've seen my VirtualBox setup with Windows 11. Now, if you do some good sleuthing on your part, there are some images. I remember Microsoft was floating them around some time ago. Forget when. But they were offering some images of their older OSs. I appreciate that. And I'm sure I won't get it all up to date, but I just want to make sure if I can get it running. Now, this is going to be interesting. Now that you've seen me unable to, let me see if I can even. So you're seeing here. Let's go to GOG. Games. I have yet to try this game out. Hopefully there's some promise with this one. I don't know how much older those games are between the two. So we'll see. I am appreciative that, at least when it comes to download management, I think there's been a vast amount of improvement. And yeah, I'm talking about possibly 20, 23 years, give or take, of the browser. And I think I alluded to it in one of my previous videos, the browser wars. It's funny knowing multiple browsers are built off the same code base. I don't know exactly what Firefox is based on nowadays, but if memory serves, still based on Gecko. I could be totally wrong. And I'm still trying to figure out if I want to keep with Firefox, because I know at least it comes bundled with Slackware. And yet on Slackware.com they do provide a package you can build for Chrome, because I think the problematic library at the time was removed from Chrome. I could be wrong on that as well. But I know that was a sticking point, and one of the reasons why they hadn't gone forth with that. They hadn't gone forth with including it as part of the standard package within the overall Slackware distribution. They usually roll off of the Mozilla Firefox and Thunderbird respectively, browser and email client. I will take a look at Thunderbird. It's been a while since I've really got into that. I think I still have a plugin that enables me to work with my work emails. But I noticed a different looking icon. I don't know if that's a thing or not. But let me go into this. And just bear in mind, again, this is just my attempts to see if I can get a game to work within my native Linux environment with the help of Wine and other helpers. So, you know, at the very least, given what this kind of game may be, particularly with these DOS-based, DOS-box games, as low-spec Linux Laptop pointed out, okay, cool. If I can do that within my native environment, like I did with Indiana Jones, cool. If not, okay, I have my pecking order. Because, like I said, it's the last on my pecking order to go into my Windows environment. Let's see. Still DOS-box. Still maybe the same behavior? Yeah. Yeah, you can tell that the Wine debugger did what it did. So let's take a look at what I might need to re-download. I was trying to download the soundtrack. So let's see. I'm still downloading. Looks like I'm paused. So I finished that. I wonder if I finished all the parts. Let's take a peek. Because you never know, I might be able to show you this one. Gold edition upgrade. Let's do a list style. Not split, but compact view. There it is. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. This is the soundtrack I'm trying to download. So here goes nothing. All right. See if yep, requires a lot of space. And yeah, this game was on sale on GOG.com. I just couldn't pass it up. I think it was a pretty significant markdown. And as you're seeing, it's part of the perk of getting that bundle. So what I'm going to end up doing with this one, because these are all WAV files. So if you're familiar with WAV in terms of the audio file formats, uncompressed, I usually roll with FLAC or some version of MP3. What I used to do was variable bit rate, which, depending on what device you might store your music files, if you got the storage space to do it, or if you got the audio set up, I usually go with FLAC. I remember hearing about lossless compression back in 03, 04. And the thing that you want to be on the lookout for is the files may end up being in FLAC or some lossless compression format, but the upside of owning your own media is that you really know if that is a bona fide FLAC file, because it's easy to take an audio file and turn it into FLAC, even though the merits on that don't warrant the use of FLAC. You can easily get away with what's this? Using MP3. It's still a tried and true format. I'm trying to remember if I was able to play a FLAC on an iOS device. I don't know if you had to get a plugin. I could be wrong, but it's been a while since I've put a FLAC file on an iOS device. I remember when I was using an iPhone for the first time personally, and I think it was iOS 4, that I had to get some sort of plugin off the App Store at the time. Whereas FLAC support has always been around, at least when I started using Android. Like, I think I started on 2.2, 2.1. But what I'm going to try is, let's see, do I have a command line window open? Let's see if I can just demonstrate. LX terminal, quick favorite of mine. As you can tell, I finally found the setting. So what I'm going to do is and it's sniper. Yep. All right, cool. I thought I was going to delete or cancel that. There it goes. All right, so Georgian? Okay. See if I can do all the zip files. Oh. Did I do it right? Well, it's about right, but apparently I might just be better off with, excuse me. Let's go to trusty file manager. extract and extract all files. There it goes. This feature here you're seeing, it's kind of nice. I could do different things. So that looks like that's already there. And then I'm going to try to do the same thing here. It's good that it's going to put it in its own folder. There it is. What I was going to demonstrate was going to each of these folders and what I can do here. The nice thing about this setup is all I need to do is go here. If I were to go to the original game soundtrack, because it looks like it's already done. And I could just do a batch FLAC. So it's going to transcribe all of these into a FLAC file. And then, as I showed in other videos, the semicolon is like a next step that you want the command line to do. So RM, that's a way of, it's instead of DEL and DOS, you just, we'll see if I end up with the results I want. Because I'm getting all the tracks, and you're seeing right there that it's done the next command I asked it to do. So what I can do, again, this is one of the nice things about this integration. It may come in handy in certain places. So I'm going to go back. And I'm going to go to the original Georgian. Let's go to the original Georgian. Interesting. Only 9 tracks, but we'll see. I don't know if I'll get struck down or something. And again, or if I want, because I've already issued the command just a pinch ago. There it is. Up and down arrow. It's familiar to those DOS veterans and other command line veterans, even those who use a Mac. Ever since Mac 10 or Mac OS X, the integration of the Unix infrastructure really helped provide a carryover, because I think there have been a lot more reasons to have programmers on Macs. Before it was like heresy or haram, whatever term you want to use. It was just outrage. Well, let's do that. This is just something that you can do. So it's creating all the FLAC files, and now I've just got the FLAC files after removing the WAV. And the nice thing about having the zip files is, you know, whatever storage solution you've got, it's always good to have offline or local storage as well as in the cloud. You don't want to rely on too heavily on one or the other. You want to have that balance. Option power. Right. Let's see where I'm at with my install. If I'm anywhere with it. Oh, there it is. That is one thing I've noticed, because like I said in other videos, I have a MacBook I use mainly for work. Maybe there's a different way to present the equivalent to the Alt-Tab experience, but I don't know how I feel about it just being icons in the description. Sometimes I do like that preview peek that I've noticed since Windows, I think 7 or 10. Linux has integrated something similar via KDE and possibly XFCE. So there's that. So again, that's one of the reasons why I think the thing with me in K Desktop or KDE was I always had this subliminal sense it was just clunky. It was just slow. Some might say bloated. It kind of gave me the impression it was kind of bloated, but I think ever since they moved, I think they moved from one base to another. No, I think it's Qt based, but this is KDE 5. I think I wouldn't, and this is one of the reasons why I do like something as traditional as Slackware, is that I do have my options to change the default desktop environment at setup when you're just about done wrapping up the installation of the actual operating system. You can say, I'm going to start with this one, and you have an array of options, whether that's XFCE, so it, like he said, it's like XP, that's low spec Linux laptop, and that's why he recommended Xubuntu. I don't know if his opinions have changed since he had moved on to Manjaro Linux for a specific purpose. I don't know if that's, I think he only uses that for a specific machine. I think he has more than one, could be wrong. But that's the thing I appreciate about the various options available, because at the end of the day, you still have a sense of freedom compared to Windows. You learn a different way of doing things from Windows. You just got, for some distros, because of how they present items to users, to get them comfortable, to not be so scared about jumping in, is that you'll be presented the ease up front. But once you start digging, I think low spec Linux laptop mentions it. As you start getting used to it and you realize you want to get A, B, C, or D done, you will find yourself digging through areas that you might not have thought to dig into. But it also helps develop some sleuthing power where you're not afraid to look for answers to your questions. Like I said in other videos, it's all about finding the answers to the questions you may have and finding the relevant answers to the questions you have. Like, there are many reasons why I still use the Linux, only because there are some things that, having worked in Windows, Mac OS, and Linux, I can see and point out the strengths of each. Like, I wish Windows had this. I wish Linux had that. I wish Mac had that. It's almost like if you were to develop an ultimate operating system, or like the definitive operating system, I don't think it's hard in terms of what people's objectives are. I think number one, they want compatibility. They want things to work when they plug it in. I mean, that was a big thing in 1996, 95 when Windows 95 came out at that time. Plug and play was a big deal. And I had later years, I had exposure to Windows NT 4, which was still operating off of plug-in pray. P-R-A-Y, not P-L-A-Y. And no, I don't mean to throw shade at those accents or those languages where L and R are interchangeable. It's just, it was a different experience and different way to set up your hardware. I think number one, they want compatibility. Number two, they want stability. Compatibility and stability kind of go hand in hand. If I plug in a controller, a webcam. They just wanted to work. But not just that. They wanted to work for as long as they needed to work. They don't want it to be disrupted. I've heard many things during streams where it's interesting how, particularly with browsers, when they try to fish for your hardware, sometimes it'll find it, sometimes it won't. You know, it's great to have the great piece of hardware, but if people can't develop the proper software so it can communicate with their OS reliably, consistently, you end up with a lot of paperweights, depending on what product we're talking about. Storage devices have gotten much lighter. I mean, again, we're not talking about the disk spinning behemoths that I've come in contact with, especially when I started working more with SCSI drives. So look at that. Hopefully, what would be the end result? Would I be surprised if this launch fails? Not at all. Can I be 3 for 3? Here goes nothing. You know? At least I get my answer. Yeah. I mean, looking at how many files I had to download, we're talking about... Okay, here goes nothing. And you might have seen in other videos where I've tested different games that are a little bit intensive. NBA 2K, you might have seen that, what you might call a slideshow. Let's see. Launch. Oh, okay. Promising.
Achieved with CryEngine.
All right. Maybe those in the know may want to enlighten me. Till the skull is barely visible. Okay. Ooh. I wonder how this plays. Settings. Do I want subtitles? Maybe. I honestly don't know. Dialogues volume, okay. Video. Controller. Keyboard. Oh, the fun stuff! Let's make this left-handed. I think it was, you know, what's the equivalent of AWSD? I think it's going to be, let's see. On my right hand, I'm thinking of hey, left, right. Let's go. Forward is going to be I'm trying to think, because I usually roll with home key alignments. And it depends. Like, okay, because I roll with home key alignment, when I hit W, I'm using my ring finger. So I'm thinking, for me to do that, I'm going to use my right finger, ring finger that is. Okay, back. So this, and then so that's going to be, for me anyway, back is going to be L. Left is going to be J. Oh! Scope view. Okay. Scope view. So I might need to make that. Scope, 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 scope. Flashlight and laser. Switch weapons. Unassigned. Switch equipment. Iron sight. Right mouse button. Sprint is going to be... And one of the reasons why I got the KVM is because I have a very specific keyboard. So for me, sprinting is going to be right shift. Crouch. What's going to be crouch for me? Oh. So that's going to be... Crouch is going to be... No. Is it? Yeah, it's going to be comma, interact, and hold. So that's going to be my middle finger. Scope view. Okay. Scope view. Left Alt. Yeah. Oh, scope. Oh, journal. Journal's gonna be J F. I don't think. Okay. Skill tab. I. Fire weapons here. What are you talking about? Oh, I have to do iron sight. Interact. Reload. That's going to be a U. Hopefully there's nothing. Okay, good. Heal, quick heal, hold. Okay. Med kit. V. Oh, I can do map. Journal. Skill tag. Drone. Drone is going to be Y. Go! Skill tab. Scope view. Oh, mouse wheel up. Scope elevation. Down. Q. Okay. Scope elevation. Let's see if I can do this one. That way I can. Skill tab. Go! Well, I'm going to accept for now because I don't want to bore you with my. Oh, they need me to assign. I'll do that. Loot weapon. Is L in my thing? Okay. Very particular and picky. I just hope this game moves along like I move back. Strafe left. Strafe right. Are there still? Oh goodness! Oh, because of loot weapon. I am going to use. Semicolon. What do I have left to assign? Brr. Wait. Do I not have anything assigned? Can I go to campaign? Yes. Let's take a wild spin. Normal mode. Okay, let's see how this looks. Okay, there it goes. I thought it was going to be stuck forever. Let's see if there's going to be a slideshow. Here we come. Okay, the cutscenes look good. Although that really isn't a real test of performance.
This is how you greet your superior officer, soldier?
I knew you'd come.
I figured I might as well spend the last day in the country with my little brother.
Are you nervous?
Nah. Someone has to win this war.
I bet my boots I can hit all 5 with 5 bullets.
Tempting. Are fist fights part of your training program now?
You should have seen the other guy.
Yeah, I heard. You sent him to the hospital. So what did he do, kiddo?
Whatever.
If it's about a girl, she better be worth it. Just remember, you're worrying Mom with that stuff. You need to be the man of the house when I'm gonna be in Afghanistan. I can already smell the dinner from here. Don't get me wrong, the Army feeds us all right, but damn, I miss Mom's good old chicken wings.
Remember how we played hide and seek here?
Hard to forget. You were really bad at it. I remember once when we... Rob? Come on, Rob. Rob? Okay, brother. Let's see what you got.
Oh boy.
ETA 2 minutes, boys. John, really?
Shut up.
You still using to beat yourself up, altar boy? Hanging yourself on a bed, guitars and cross?
Very poetic, Rob. At least I have a sense of right and wrong.
Oh, the system's rigged, brother. Some guys get slammed for no reason, some guys get hyped for no reason.
Is it bitter and lonely not to believe in anything?
You're the perfect soldier, John. Naive, gullible, brainwashed, chain of command, following orders. Yes, sir.
Hey! You believe in the system when it suits you. Big church wedding, Marine Honor Guard, Mila took your name.
That was all her.
Yeah, but you played along like a good little soldier.
How would you know? You weren't even there, but thanks for the lovely gift. Oh, wait, you didn't ever send a fucking card.
She's wrong for you, Robert.
Says the man whose longest relationship lasted, what, 6 months? Is it bitter and lonely being such a self-righteous prick? Final approach, guys.
Ready?
Try not to kill each other out there.
Let the slideshow begin. I thought I had set my changes. Did I not? Oh, yeah, I did.
This is it, the Russian-Ukrainian border. Not sure what I was expecting. Comm check. Frank, can you hear me? Over.
Loud and clear. Listen up, Marines. JSOC needs you to infiltrate that abandoned military complex and destroy its bioweapons stockpiles. Stay frosty. Over and out.
Yep, this means I'll likely, if I want to do more of this game, I'll likely play it in Windows. I can already tell, yeah, there's a lot going on. Slideshow. Yeah. Hey, it loaded.
You should have a better view from up there.
Roger that.
It's not terrible of a slideshow, but it's something I probably wouldn't. Yeah. Alright. I'm going to see if I can exit out of here. Quit the game. Alright, I think that'll do it, fellow skeptics. Thank you for your time. Appreciate it. Well, till next video, take it easy. Peace, and catch you on the other side.